Okay, listen. If you're spending your days rubbing a Powerball ticket as if it's a magic lamp, you're in for a rude awakening. You're 350,000 times more likely to make $1 million by starting a business than by hitting just a $1 million jackpot. You might as well manifest finding a unicorn in your backyard along with those winning lottery numbers. Think about it. If you buy a ticket every single day, you would need to live 32,022 years just to win a measly $1 million. That's more lifetimes than a cat has. So why waste time on something that's less likely than a snowball surviving through hell? If you're banking on the lottery instead of betting on yourself, it's a sign that you don't truly trust yourself. You don't trust your own potential. And of course, the odds are against you with the lottery, but the problem is you are against you. Your potential is real, but until you recognize it, you're just going to keep chasing shortcuts instead of success. And while we're on the topic of manifesting, let's get one thing straight. You cannot force somebody to be your soulmate just by vibing harder. Manifesting a specific person is a trap. If you're not on the same wavelength as someone, you're better off tuning into another station. And do it faster than gossip spreads in a small town, because I learned this the hard way. Many years ago, I remember I was desperate to make a relationship work. I turned into somebody that my dog wouldn't even recognize. I was skipping workouts, binged on junk food, got into drama, even joined in on the gossip, the pointless gossip sessions. All things that I would normally avoid like a shot in the arm, or avoid like the plague. But here I was, shrinking myself just to fit in to someone else's mold. But then, like a phoenix, rising from the ashes of bad decisions, I stopped playing the role of relationship chameleon. I went back to my roots. Personal growth, clean eating, exercise, and generally not being a human douchebag, or a human doormat, should I say. And guess what? Suddenly, the people who actually vibed with my true self started popping up. They started to emerge. All right, they came out of the ground like daisies in the spring. There was no robotic affirmations needed, just solid self-respect. So look, here's the moral of the story. You gotta sprinkle some reality into your life. You can't change the odds of the lottery any more than you can make your cat bring you breakfast in bed. But you can control what you do with your day. So live your values, be yourself, and watch as the universe starts to match you with your values. Not because you forced it, but because you've become the magnet for your own kind of magic. So just get clear on your values. You can just write down your top 3 core values. You can write down 3 to 5 of them. For example, you can write down things like growth, honesty, health, or creativity, or freedom. And just ask yourself, am I making choices that align with these values every day, or am I compromising them? If your actions don't reflect your values, it's time to recalibrate. So just let go of everything that does not align with you authentically. Stop chasing relationships, jobs, opportunities, and other things that require you to shrink yourself into a smaller box. If something constantly drains your energy, that's a sign. It's not an alignment. And just trust that when you focus, you diligently focus on living in alignment, better opportunities will naturally come your way. Every day, do one small thing that reinforces your values. For example, if you value health, drink water and get moving first thing in the morning. Get some form of exercise really quickly. If you value creativity, spend 10 minutes brainstorming ideas or crafting something before you do anything else. These small wins, these are the kind of things that reinforce your frequency, and they make it so you're a magnet and you're aligning yourself with your opportunities. So just stop manifesting from a place of lack. Start to embody the version of yourself that already has what you want. It's already there. Your frequency isn't about forcing anything, forcing the universe or whatever to deliver something to you. It's about becoming the kind of person who naturally attracts it. So just remember, the only thing you should be manifesting is the courage to be unapologetically you. Now just get out there and start attracting all the good stuff by being your fabulous self. All right, now I'm about to drop another truth bomb on your energetic frequency. If you think raising your vibes requires some Hollywood-style epiphany, you'll probably end up in some Diddy party in no time. Most folks are out there waiting for their life to do a triple backflip before they can even feel some energy. But let me tell you, it's not all about the grand slam. It's about hitting base hits, singles all day long. And if you ignore those little victories, you'll be stuck in low energy limbo no matter how hard you try to visualize yourself into nirvana. I was thinking about it, and I remember I used to be like a kid waiting for Christmas, thinking that my energy needed some massive life-changing event in order to get a boost and to feel like I needed to be there. But no, my energy was more like a garden. Let me explain. Because it thrives on daily watering. Not once a year like a monsoon, but daily tending to. So what I did was I swapped out my expectations, my high expectations, for just celebrating the small tiny wins every day. Like resting my head at a decent hour, going to bed early, and getting up before my alarm clock could even think about screaming at me with that annoying noise. Started drinking more water instead of Heineken. I started eating like I cared about my temple. All these little wins. And then bam, my energy didn't just shift. It did the electric slide. It started doing salsa and merengue. It started doing head spins and windmills, okay? Momentum kicked in. And I wasn't waiting for a breakthrough anymore. I was breaking through with every little win. So here's the scoop. Frequency is not like a skyscraper that's built in a day. It's more like a castle that you build one brick at a time, one block, one stone at a time. And every time you pat yourself on the back for the small stuff, you're adding another layer of success to your vibes. So just stop waiting for your life to do some 180 giant leap and just start taking those tiny triumphs. And then just watch how quickly you go from to something megalithic. All right, so step one, set up your daily momentum stack. Instead of chasing big breakthroughs, stack small wins every day. Align them with your goals. For example, if you want to be more confident, commit to one small action each day, like talking to a stranger, introducing yourself, making eye contact, or speaking up in a meeting or something like that. So just take some time every day for mindful reflection. Start journaling about the process, the accomplishments that you've had during the day. Your progress, that when you look back on your progress, it's not only going to help you stay connected to your journey, but it's also going to help you recognize where you're going and where you're coming from. This practice really deepens your sense of gratitude and it elevates your frequency even further. Next, surround yourself with positivity. The people who you spend time with significantly are going to impact your vibe. So seek out those who uplift and inspire you. Engaging in positive conversations and sharing your small victories with others can help create a more supportive environment that is ultimately going to encourage growth and consistency. Then set micro goals, tiny microscopic goals. Break your larger goals down into these micro goals. That's going to make it more easily achievable. Everything happens in steps. So each time you accomplish one goal, you're not just ticking off some box, you're reinforcing your commitment. These small intentional steps create momentum and they build a solid foundation for your castle of success. And by incorporating these practices, you'll continue to stack those bricks of success that elevate your frequency over time. Remember, it's not just about the big bang, it's about consistent bangs, bang, bang. All those small wins, consistency. Think about it, it's not about how hard you hit the gym once, but it's about how often you show up. Consistency in small sporadic actions over intensity. And don't just complete tasks like a robot. Celebrate them. Turn your to-do list into a to-da list. I don't know. Just keep your motivation high. And the third thing that elevated my frequency the most is the frequency of forgiveness. Now, you might not feel like it, but listen, my enlightened friend. Forgiving someone is not about giving them some high five for their shady behavior. It's not saying, okay, you stabbed me in the back, so here's a cookie. No, forgiving is about turning your personal frequency away from the static of past grievances. So I actually used to think holding on to past resentment was like a protection shield or some badge of honor. Like, punishing wrongdoers by taking the responsibility to be the karma that I thought they needed. But guess what? That badge was a heavy, invisible anchor, literally just dragging my energy down. Now let's talk about some of the snakes and sneak thieves that I've encountered. Each one a frequency disruptor, no doubt. Draining my vibes like some vampiric vacuum, sucking up all my psychic energy. But guess what? The more I dwelled on their misdeeds, the more my energy plummeted. It's like carrying a backpack full of rocks labeled past grievances and trying to hike to happiness. Then one day I had an epiphany, right? We're all just trying to navigate this chaotic life with a makeshift map that's literally drawn in the dirt. And holding on to anger is like trying to tune into a radio station when you're in a tunnel. It's not gonna work. You gotta let go to move forward. It is not your responsibility to teach anybody a lesson, and they're not winning some cosmic karma lottery. Forget all that. Forgiveness is about me. It's about you, not them. It's about changing the channel from Grudge FM to Peace of Mind Radio. Because when you choose to nurture the pain within you, all it does is grow. When you forgive, you're not excusing anybody's behavior. You're just refusing to let it dictate your energy anymore. So forgiveness isn't about freeing them from the consequences. It's about liberating your own frequency from the low vibrational state of resentment. Because check it out, the past is like last season's TV show. I mean, you can keep rewatching it over and over again, but it's not going to change the ending. So here's something practical that a lot of people find very helpful. You can write a letter to the person, but never send it. Get all your emotional energy out, every frustration, every wrongdoing, every hurt, but just don't send it. You can burn it, you could rip it up, or you could just forget about it, delete it, whatever you want to do. But it's about releasing the negativity, not reliving it. And then the next thing you can do is rewrite the story. So you ask yourself questions like, why did this happen? And what can I learn from it? What can I gain from this? Instead of, oh, they hurt me, they did me wrong, this, and that. What did the experience teach you? What did it help you recognize that was in misalignment with your frequency? So you can prevent that from happening again. By reframing this, it'll shift your frequency from resentment to growth. The faster you move on from it, the faster you will elevate your frequency. Also, another thing you can do is repeat a mantra. You can say something like, I release this energy that I've given pain to. I forgive not because they deserve it, but because I refuse to let this define my frequency, and I reclaim my power. You can search for mantras, you can create your own mantras, whatever, anything that resonates with you. So just forgive, and you'll find that your energy starts to soar like you've got your own personal frequency booster. And that, my friend, is real power. So the takeaway in all this is that your life is not a lottery. It's more like a chessboard where your moves matter more than luck. And your authentic self is your ultimate magnet, drawing in what truly is meant for you. And then consistency over intensity. Small, consistent actions are the true architects of your energy, not overzealous bursts of effort. Turn your daily tasks into victories to keep your energy high and your spirits motivated. And then frequency liberation. Forgiving isn't about condoning actions, it's about tuning out the static of past hurts or regrets to elevate your personal frequency. And then finally, energy sovereignty. Letting go of past resentments, reclaiming your power, ensuring you're not weighted down by other frequencies is progress. And progress is a step in the right direction towards elevating your frequency. So if you enjoyed this video, just slightly tap on the like button. Don't smash it. I don't want you going out there to have to buy another device. Check out some of my other videos, and we'll see you on the next one.